Hello again, Year 11. So, not too long at all now until your first GCSE Foundation Maths exam. So it is really important that you're doing as much revision as possible. What I'd like you to do to start with is pause the screen and have a go at all 9 questions. Okay, so hopefully you've paused it and you've tried all 9 questions. What I'm now going to do, I'm now going to talk through all of the answers to each of these, and hopefully you got in the majority of them correct now. And if you are having any problems with any of them, it is really important that you actually go away, come and speak to me, or do some revision, so that you go into that exam knowing you can answer any question they ask you whatsoever. So, question number 1, I drive 40 kilometres, I drive for 20 minutes, what is my average speed? And now hopefully some of you started to draw out your speed, distance and time triangle. If you did, that's a really good idea, except for the common mistake here is when it comes to the 20 minutes. Because don't forget, 20 minutes is actually 1/3 of an hour, so you do have to be very careful. Otherwise, look at it logically. If you're driving 40 kilometres and you're driving that distance in 20 minutes, how far are you going to go in an hour? Well, in 40 minutes, you're going to have gone 80 kilometres. So in 60 minutes, 1 hour, you're going to have gone 120 kilometres. Therefore, your speed must be 120 kilometres per hour. Question number 2 says a shop puts its prices up by 20%. A t-shirt did cost £18. What is the new price? So we started our £18 and we need to increase it by 20%. Well, 10% is £1.80. 20% is £3.60. So if the price has gone up by £3.60, 18 plus £3.60 gives me an answer of £21.60. Well done, those of you who got that one correct. Finding the area of a circle. Now, with this one, it's quite straightforward. You just need to know how to find the area of a circle. Now, the formula, if you don't know the formula, you all know, go onto YouTube, type in the circle song, and listen to it over and over again until you're absolutely sick of it. But I promise you, you will remember that area equals pi r squared. So, on this question, the radius is 6. So we've got pi times 6 squared. Make sure you're using the same calculator that you're going to use in your exam, so you know exactly where your pi button is. And you should have got an answer of 113.10. 113.10 centimetres squared. Don't forget your units, please. And I have rounded that one to 2 decimal places. Okay, hopefully you're all still concentrating and still working through these and marking what you've done. Question number 4 says solve the equation 8x minus 4 equals 6x plus 8. Well, in order to solve that question, whenever we're asked to solve an equation, we're just trying to get all of our x's onto one side. So I look at it, and at the moment I've got 8x on one side and 6x on the other. Well, if I take 6x off both sides, that leaves me with 2x minus 4 over here and 8 on the right hand side. I now want to get all of my numbers on the same side, so I add 4 to both sides, which leaves 2x equals 12. I've run out of space, but then what you're going to do is you're going to divide both sides by 2 to get x on its own, and 12 divided by 2 gives me an answer of x equals 6. We can check it, always check it by plugging it back into the original. Well, if x is 6, 8 lots of 6 is 48, take away 4 is 44. So that one there gave me an answer of 44. If I plug 6 into this one, 6 lots of 6 is 36, plus 8 is also 44. So you immediately know if you've got it correct or not. Question number 5. What is the value of the 6 in 51,640? Well, you almost said, didn't you? 51,640. So the value of the 6 is the 600. Just always go and look exactly what column it's in, and then work out its value. Question number 6. Now, this is something, get a pen and paper if you didn't get this one, because you've got some notes to make. What I'd recommend is making some notes, making it into a little poster, saving it on your phone as your screensaver for a few days, so that it's definitely fresh in your mind when you come to sit the exam. Keyword, exterior angle. So we're finding the exterior angle. Now, one way is to do 360 divided by the number of sides. That will always tell you the exterior angle. So 360 divided by the number of sides does give you the exterior angle. 360 divided by 5 gives us an answer of 72 degrees. Or the other way is to split it up into triangles. So we've got 3 triangles there. So the interior angles add up to 540. Then you can divide that by 5, which gives you each of the interior angles, which is 108. And you know that the interior angle plus the exterior angle always adds up to 180. So 180 take away 108 also gives you the answer of 72 degrees. Both of those ways work absolutely fine. But learn all of those rules, because if they do come up, they're quite often worth 3 or 4 mark questions, and we can't afford to be dropping marks there. Number 7, we're nearly there. Can you rearrange to make R the subject? Well, when it says make R the subject, what we actually want is an equation using this that begins R equals. So all we do, a bit like the one above actually, so a bit like this one, we're just trying to rearrange this to get the R to get that R there by itself. So to start with, I'm going to take 2W off both sides. So I get P take away 2W equals 2R. If I take 2W off here, look, it goes, and then you have to take 2W off the other side as well. So it's always doing the same thing to both sides, don't we? Well, I wanted R by itself. So to get R by itself, to get rid of the times by 2, I've just got to divide both sides by 2. So I actually get P take away 2W, all divided by 2, equals R. R is now on its own, therefore R is the subject of that formula. Okay, the next one. What we've got here, if I just highlight this bit, you can see we have got a backward C angle. Now those of you who remember anything about C angles, they both add together to make 180 degrees. Therefore, to find the value of x, we can just do 180, take away 64, which gives me an answer of 116 degrees. But you must give your reasons, and you actually need to go away and learn what these reasons are. Well, when you have a C angle, the correct reason would be supplementary angles. So supplementary angles add to make 180 degrees. That's the reason, and that will get you full marks in your exam. It's just something you have to practice. If you see a Z, if you've got a Z angle, they're called alternate angles, and alternate angles are equal. If you've got an F angle, your F angles are called corresponding angles, and they're also equal. So just go away and learn those 3 facts, and don't forget other things such as opposite angles are equal as well. Last question, an expanding bracket question. Hopefully you're all in a position now. You've done enough revision, so that includes you, Jake, done enough revision so that as soon as you see this sort of question, you know that you have to do the grid method. So we start with 8a, and we're timesing it by 3a minus 4c. 8a times 3a is 24a squared. 8a times minus 4c gives you minus 32ac. So when we put it together, we actually get 24a squared minus 32ac. Now that's all 9 of those questions done. Thank you very much. Please do go and look at the actual revision videos as well. There are ones on solving equations, Pythagoras' theorem, and the 4 rules involving fractions. I'll continue to have more. I know loads of you are watching these now, which is great. It's not long to your exam, so keep working hard, and we will all get those grade C's. Thank you very much.